I'm Big Will Levinson here at the always beautiful Canyon View Park because, folks, today is the very first day of high school spring sports on the Western Slope. It's also a massive day in winter sports playoffs. More on that later. But first, on the very first day of spring sports action, it was the Grand Junction girls soccer team on the field against the Eagle Valley Devils. And first off, the GJ girls JV team. Boy, they put on a show against Eagle Valley. This was Grand Junction's JV team in action against the Devils, but I'll be honest, I was convinced this was the Tiger varsity team in disguise because GJ absolutely owned possession and all the major chances in this game, and specifically the Tiger striker number 9, Taylor Anoya. This one didn't count because of offsides, but she continued to attack, out physically in the goalie here, and putting it in the empty net. Not one, not two, but 3 goals. A hat trick on the day for Taylor Anoya as the Tigers pour it on the Devils. The JV GJ Tigers begin the season 1-0 with a dominant 5-0 win at Canyon View Park. Yeah, complete and utter domination by the GJ JV girls soccer team. Meanwhile, the varsity team, as for their score, we'll have that for you later tonight at 10. But folks, as I mentioned, it is a humongous night of postseason basketball on the Western Slope. Of course, in high school hoops, Montrose, they are in action in the Sweet 16 at home. It's a Southwestern League battle as the Durango Demons are in town for a humongous win-or-go-home Sweet 16 showdown. Meanwhile, in 6A, the Fruita Monument Wildcats, they are in action tonight over on the Front Range against the Grizzlies of Thunder Ridge. Coach Wells told us they've transferred a lot of film between themselves and the Grizzlies. They're pretty familiar with how Thunder Ridge likes to play. Should be no secrets in that game, and it's going to be a great game as the Fruita Monument Wildcats look to make a trip to the Coliseum for a second consecutive year. But folks, we've got some massive postseason action happening right here in Grand Junction at Bronson Arena. The Colorado Mesa Mavericks men's and women's teams are both in action at home in the quarterfinal of the RMAC tournament. The women's team, they're on fire, winners of 16 in a row. They are the number 1 overall seed in the RMAC as they've got back-to-back RMAC regular season titles. This year, unlike last year, it's no share. They are the complete and full owners of that RMAC regular season title. The men's team, they've won 6 in a row. They're riding high coming into the postseason as they have jumped themselves all the way to the 3 seed and thus have earned themselves a home game tonight, taking on the Fort Lewis Skyhawks. First, Colorado Mesa women's team against New Mexico Highlands. Then the men's team will take on Fort Lewis at 7:30. All the action, all the highlights are coming your way tonight at 10 on a big, busy night of winter sports basketball postseason right here in Colorado. From Bronson Arena, that's all my time for sports. I'm Big Will Levinson.